It's such a weird angle. Exactly.
Chad, you can just stand up. I can do it right here. So you can do it right here.
We all.
Set my teeth
No.
up. And then just repeat after me. I do solemnly swear
Can do solemnly swear
that I
that I, Chad Levitt,
will support and protect
will support and protect
and defend the Constitution
and defend the Constitution
and the government of the United States
and the government of the United States
and the state of Florida against all enemies,
and the state of Florida against all enemies,
domestic or foreign,
domestic or foreign,
and that I will bear true faith,
and that I will bear true faith,
loyalty, and alliance
loyalty, and alliance
to the same,
to the same,
and that I am entitled to hold office
and that I am entitled to hold office
under the Constitution of the United States
under the Constitution of the United States
and Constitution
and
laws of the state of Florida,
and the laws of the state of Florida,
and that I will faithfully perform all duties
and that I will faithfully perform all duties
of the Education Advisory Board
of the Education Advisory Board.
Okay, so I'm gonna have you take that, we're gonna take a picture, but you stand, but put your right hand up. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, wait, face to
Sorry.
face.
Role play.
So, well, you didn't raise his hand. Okay, perfect.
I mean, of course, I'll have
That's
you
it,
sign
it's just for a photo.
Thank you. Okay, Ms. City Staff.
Become a regular member faster, I mean.
Happy to be.
Okay, so should I call to order
Mhm.
this meeting of the Educational Advisory Board, January 8th, 2026? Roll call, please. At 6:01. Did I say that?
That's perfect. Okay, Board Member Christian Upia, absent. Board Member Tompkins, absent. Board Member Lexima,
Present.
Vice Chair Barron, absent. Chair Kaplan,
Present.
alternate Board Member Lovett.
Present.
We have a quorum.
Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay, the next, I would like to move to the approval of the agenda. Somebody like to make a motion? To approve the agenda
I motion.
Second.
and approve.
So we have a motion by Board Member Lexima, second by alternate Board Member Lovett. Roll call. Board Member Lexima?
Wait, this is not where we sit here.
Yes, is what you saying?
Here.
Chair Kaplan,
Yeah,
alternate Board Member Lovett.
Here.
Motion carries 5-0. I mean, sorry, 3-0.
okay, thank you. Now we have the approval of the minutes. And are there any notations on the minutes?
No.
I have one,
Do you have a copy of them?
I printed out my own, so if there's. a-
Oh, then you might have it.
This was my note, dated. Um,
Guess what it is.
Oh, wait a minute, maybe this is the one. No, it's the old one. Try that. That's November 6th.
I just sent you a picture.
It was traffic.
Oh.
That's November 6th.
Mhm.
Okay, on the minutes, I noticed that we didn't, list under the board members,
Mhm.
Chad Levitt even as an alternate
For which one?
for the minutes from the November 6th meeting.
I think it's because he was sworn in now.
Yes, correct.
Oh,
So-
all right,
Mhm.
okay,
Mhm.
all right.
So he was here, you were correct, he was present, but he wasn't yet a part of the
All
board.
right.
He did it.
He was just a visitor.
Correct.
You got a council vote on
He did
that.
it council in December.
Okay. Um. Okay, so I'd like to move that we accept the minutes if there are no other comments.
Somebody has to make a motion.
Okay, want to make a motion?
It's just you and Christina.
All right, I second that motion. Oh, I make the motion to approve the agenda for,
Approve the minutes.
oh, the minutes.
And I second.
Thank you. And roll call, so board member Lexima. Say yes. Board member, alternate board member Levitt,
Yes.
Chair Caplet.
Yes, here.
Motion carries 3-0.
Just us.
Okay, so we've now approved the advisory board minutes meeting from November 6th. And now let's move on to unfinished business. I just have you listed, Chad, to welcome you. We're very happy that you're joining us. And pleased to work with you on a lot of exciting new initiatives that you've told us all about.
I'm excited to be here and be on the board.
Thank you. And you're no longer an alternate, at least for today. Okay, so, anything else in terms of Chad that we'd like to say?
Welcome.
Okay, then I thought we'd talk about the Roger Dean Stadium Event Council. We were supposed to get from Lisa Barron the support from Seminole Pratt and the high school on the date of the event. But in the interim,
Mhm.
you said you had a concern about whether that date was going to still be available.
It's available. It may also be like a scout night,
What does that mean?
like a scout sleepover, potentially like a scout sleepover at the ballpark.
Like Boy Scouts?
Boy Scout,
Okay.
Girl Scouts.
They sleep over.
Camping,
No.
They can't?
cute.
Oh, really?
it's so
Wow.
cute.
Mhm.
That's my kind of camping.
So it's not an issue. I mean, it could be more beneficial,
Yeah, there might be people.
but they may just take some of the stuff that we previously have discussed as well. As far as like the parade and what the time.
So they would be there towards the time that we would be wanting to have like the high school, color guard or something.
Because they do a color guard, so it's kind of, it would be one of those, if we're gonna go on that with April 17th. 18th.
Yeah.
Um.
Should we do another date?
We could not choose another day.
What do you think?
You have to bring it back to council again.
Yeah, I think I just.
You guys need, yeah, it's up to you. I know there's dates all the way through August, right?
Mhm.
But then we were worried about summertime, people not being here, and it's better to do all schools in session.
The weather too.
All right, so,
So the only downside is that we would have to share performance time.
And they're like performance or, like, they may have a color guard, things like that, so it may just take away things from Seminole Ridge. But as far as like.
They're locked in already.
But if they did they could do their cheerleaders, their band,
They could
if they
do that,
wanted to, and have their regular.
Yeah.
Other members of sport teams.
Mhm.
I think because it's already been approved, instead of having to wait again for another approval, just makes the most sense to keep it as is.
And maybe we do a dual, if they want to do a color guard, maybe we do a dual where they combine each other. Maybe one scout holds the American flag and then
Right.
the school carries the Florida flag, whatever that
Yeah.
might be. Or there might be a scout flag too, and then I don't know,
Someone
then I
can-
have, maybe we can just merge them together and say, hey, let's walk together. And do
Right,
the-
but the fundraiser portion would still be ours.
Yeah.
That's not what it is.
would they be
Split.
planning to spend the evening that day? Are they sleeping over that night? or the
Sometimes
night
they do,
before?
sometimes they don't, so it would be that night, so it would be Saturday and just Sunday morning,
Okay, so they would be staying over
if they do.
if they do. Will you know that?
It depends on their numbers. So, we won't know that until it gets.
Okay, we don't even know if the high school
Right.
is
On
on
board.
board with that date.
Well, you already have the council approval for that date, so I would just look forward
I
and
was
see what
presented to the school. with
see what
something.
they can do.
I mean, I don't
Just
mind
Thursday.
taking the lead on that if I can, just because
Yeah.
I could speak on.
If you want to go to the high school, that'd be great.
We can get all their teams out, their
Yeah.
marching.
Lisa has had some trouble getting a response from them, but she's doing it, I think, mostly by email. I don't even know if she's made phone calls. It wasn't clear. We had talked about it the last time. The other thing that we talked about with the high school is, you know, when we did our kind of planning review at the beginning of this session last, what was it, probably May or June, we did a planning document and we did, try to find out what the priority needs of the school were.
Mhm.
Voted on it, and one of the main things was fundraising. And what we heard, I guess it's kind of indirectly, because I don't think Lisa heard anything back from them, except for that at one point, there was some discussion about replacing the scoreboard for the football and other teams. But I said, what we really need to know is what the cost is for something like that
Right.
before we even think about.
I think a discussion too about other options, because I don't think we ever made it to that far.
Mhm.
I think they understand. Just go for it. So, yeah, so I think it's just more so opening the floor and being like, what are some things that you could use these funds for?
Right.
Like what types of resources?
They need to look for a general donor for that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah. I mean, I had some ideas about a contact I have in Comcast. And rather than work through them directly, I could call this person. And if they wanted to, if they could call the high school and talk to them about this. So we wouldn't even be involved in that. It would be just making a connection.
Right.
I mean, if Comcast wants in, from my perspective, it's a nice way to get their word out to the whole community. But we also don't know how long Al Packer is going to stay up there. Do you know anything? No.
That could be an old donor and they haven't re-upped, you never know. I would imagine if they re-up, they'd never do so. It might be an older,
And it's just
might be the
that,
original donor for that.
yeah,
time.
we don't even know. So that might
10
be
years
something
ago.
to ask about too, if you're gonna make a connection.
Okay.
I think you're better off to try to do something in person if you can work that into your schedule.
The baseball coach lives in Crestwood. John, he was on the front page of that magazine.
Being on TV. He reached
Is
out
it
to
Rick
us about
Buscemi?
baseball.
He lives on St. Vincent. He's the baseball coach for the Seminole Ridge. He lives here in Westlake.
Oh, really? Not in Crestwood, in Westlake.
He lives in Crestwood.
I think it's Rick Buscemi. Somebody that we play
He was on the page of the front magazine last month.
with his
Westlake
wife.
magazine. Yeah,
Yeah, I think that's Rick.
but he's the coach.
I'll reach out to.
But I don't know that he knows
Yeah.
Like,
how much he knows about that. We can reach out to him too.
that would be, you know, besides the principal,
Yeah.
athletic director.
We just have a lot of people, so it's better to just
PTA,
go and,
Yeah. Just call out maybe.
yeah.
They'll give you the price and they'll, you can mention, hey, why don't you reach out to Comcast?
If they bring it up, I really don't think they're gonna bring it up. I think it was like a jovial comment that was made and we just stuck with it.
Yeah.
They were,
Yeah.
I think it was more of like a joke.
Joseph Mazzio, M-A-Z-Z-E-O, Joseph.
I don't know that name.
I don't know
From
if you're
Preston,
listening.
does it say? From Preston?
No, I'm looking at that. That's an Ridge baseball coach.
Oh, okay. Can ask.
James Gailey is the athletic director.
Do you know any?
Oh, I have to look. Maybe it's-
Where'd you say the name was?
Rick Musemi.
On here.
I play poker with him on Monday nights and a whole group of people. And he sometimes doesn't come because he has to coach. Now, maybe it's baseball. I don't know. Do they have baseball too?
That's what I was looking at.
Oh, you were
What were you?
Rick Musemi.
Okay, so 18.
Yes. Lock it
So,
in,
to
just
stay
stay
with
with
the
calendar.
18th. Okay.
Calendar fills up quickly.
Date, we need, date and time from Seminole Pratt Ridge. Hopefully that'll work for them. If it doesn't, we're gonna still go.
Yeah, we'll
They might-
go, because they
we
have so
can't
many
motivate
different.
them.
If
athletic
they're buying for
teams.
everything, then it's
Yeah.
easy.
Yeah, and like I said, if they don't have, if football has a tournament or a game or whatever, then we try baseball, soccer, like there's so many
Yeah.
that we'll have some type of representation.
No, I think, you know, being a teacher, it's kind of in the testing season, like almost feel that all of
The sports will, yeah, they will be booked.
All of the what?
The sports are over at that time,
Oh, really?
because it's in the state testing window.
Okay.
Picture it as the city of Westlake, Seminole Ridge High School night at the ballpark.
Yeah, we just call
What time did we say? It was 6, right?
6:30.
6:30. Maybe 6.
And also,
So the
if
game
I-
starts at 6:30, so gates will open at 5:30.
if I may add, if you guys want, obviously, support from us, posting on Facebook, put it on the app,
Right.
just send me,
Yeah,
you know.
that's sure, yeah. I don't know, do they have some kind of one of those billboards?
You have a flyer, don't you?
We could.
Get it.
Yeah, they have a flyer.
Is there a billboard that they have inside the school that they could put this on? I don't know, I haven't been inside there a lot, about 5 years ago. Or the Palm Beach Stakes, the last time I was in there, where they can kind of build that in to help market it on that date.
Well, I'm sure they have social media channels,
And they'll usually have like,
email to the
put
students, parents.
signage up.
Most schools have a school newsletter.
So are we gonna say they're the benefactor of that night?
Yeah, I think it's safe to say that that's the school. Really fun.
Well, especially if we want them to show up.
Yeah, I agree.
That entices all the students and the parents.
Yeah.
Right. Okay, anything else on that night? Nope. If you're gonna talk about kind of working together, how do we get that done? When you speak to them, you mention something or?
What do you mean?
We talked about the color guard and such working.
I believe that's. So you find out more.
Okay,
And with the first thing, you can always switch up. I think the only problem is with the color guard.
don't they march or something?
Well, they don't have cheerleaders, and they don't have a marching band, so.
Yeah, so
It's really good point about it.
the only thing that it could really impact, in my opinion, would be if we did a parade. No, because we could have multiple.
Okay,
Would be like the parade and then a color guard.
Our color guard can just do their thing and then our band.
just like when you go to a regular football game or whatever, they have
All
rivalry.
types of stuff,
they
yeah.
do-
We're
Just,
frustrated.
you know.
We learn to adapt.
Then you can pass your information on to a dad.
And then she.
And then we
Yes.
But I'm free to speak
To me.
to.
The school.
Oh, yes. Mhm.
Both.
Mhm.
Okay.
And if you can't get a hold of the principal, the vice principal, or somebody that's in charge of
Baseball coach.
activities, whatever.
Yeah.
You know how to do it.
I have some for the coach.
Oh, really? Okay, that's great. Okay, review of spirit, item C is the review of fundraising events, i.e. Jabrewski's. I think most of you, Crystal, you were there, with a couple of folks, when we presented the money.
No, I wasn't there that night.
Oh, I
think.
thought you were. I
No,
thought I saw you there in the back.
No,
You were
because I
there
wasn't
when
there.
when the school district
Yeah, I
was
was
there,
there.
yeah. Well, I had mentioned to, the mayor that, it wasn't as much money as we thought. And he said, oh, well, maybe I can do something about that. And I thought he was kind of making a joke, but he was serious. So he donated, I guess, his own money and
Awesome.
doubled the amount of the award. So that was really
That's
nice.
amazing.
Yeah. Now, that's the second time that we've given money to Golden Grove.
But keep in mind, they were the only ones responsive to figuring out about who was gonna, you allocate the funds. For
Yeah.
the fundraiser, so.
Right. He
I don't think they said no.
hesitates this- But that's why it's important to make good connections
Yeah.
with the schools, and I was gonna talk a little bit about that today. But we have the good connection people here with us, so. I don't know what else to say about that.
Well,
except for that,
Carmela's,
yeah,
so she's
Yeah, I was
waiting
gonna
to hear
go
back
on
from
to that.
me.
yeah, I thought it was, I think it got a little confused between Jennifer and you.
Oh, maybe.
Yeah, because I was just reading an email, and I see, Golden Grove schools would come ask if they can post a yard sign. I would ask you just to do that with them. Ask them if they will be willing to do that.
The school,
Yeah. I mean, they don't have to do anything, print anything. Well, they'll
yeah,
get it.
so the reason, so when Carmela's owner asked me, I proposed the question because I know there are a lot of rules and regulations with the district. So I'm not sure what type, like if they're just gonna put like a sign, a Carmela sign, because she said she wants to put their signage out. So not like a come to our fundraiser night. She made it sound like they wanted to put like the Carmela's, like almost like a logo or something. You know what I mean? Like some type of like, come visit us now open at the school. And I know you,
That because I've seen
normally you have to be a
Chipotle do that.
okay, but is it the banner? Because the banner you pay for. Okay,
It's
so
gonna go in the ground, so I can't imagine it can be too big.
no, it's not.
Yeah, yeah. But
I
you
think
don't
it's
think
to the school.
Okay,
the-
so yeah, I
the
don't
school
mind.
itself.
it's,
I mean-
but it won't say anything about the fundraiser.
I doubt it, because it's just the owner providing the sign. I doubt that they're gonna go and pay money to do a fundraiser.
Oh, then that may be different.
That's what I'm saying, like, it sounds like it's gonna be an advertisement sign, like now open in Westlake, Carmela's.
Schools, well, schools do have partnerships with local
Correct.
business where it's like a sponsor,
Correct, I would know, yeah.
as far as.
So that's why I'm like, I don't know that they can just put a sign without paying, because I was a sponsor for a school. You have it, you pay for it for the day of payment for a whole year.
Right,
I'm thinking they must have somebody in some kind of a shop that makes, like you made us that nice piece that we put the name in for spirit and fundraising nights and hoping that everybody would use them. We'll show you it sometime. That maybe they could certainly put their logo on it, but
Yeah,
maybe they have
well,
somebody that could also.
There was we couldn't put logos. I think we weren't allowed to put logos.
City
Popular,
seal.
yeah. Oh, the city seal. For
Yeah.
some reason, I thought we couldn't do the.
You can
Westlake
run,
logos.
you can put Westlake and that kind of stuff. You can
Yeah.
put the seal
Okay.
or city seal.
Yeah, the fundraiser sign's not an issue. It's
Okay.
Carmela's wanted to put their own signage. So they wanted to do a certain advertisement just for their coffee shop.
Could you ask them that it might be easier for us to convince them to take the sign? If it also does some marketing so that we know
If
that
they
we'll
would do that, I
get.
could just tell them no. Because you're like, the school sent me, I can contact the
Are
school.
we going to do, what we did with Jabrowski's?
Right, yeah, we're gonna do a flyer, all of the schools are gonna advertise it, we'll do all of that.
I don't know how much advertising like with all the schools. I
Right.
think that was part of the shortcoming the
Right.
last time.
Right,
I think the biggest impediment though was that they were clear that they would only count a participant if they themselves said they were here
Yeah,
for the Westlake Spirit Night.
right, which
And
that's
they
common.
gave me a big pep talk about not hanging out the front door, not approaching people when they
Yeah.
came in. So these were the people that were there. Were you? Thank you. Were also really behind us and like on top of what
Did
was
you good
going.
advice?
No, that was her, she went home.
Yeah, yeah. With a friend. Right, yes.
So yeah.
And I brought four people and bought them all dinner,
Yeah,
to try to kind of get some momentum going, but. Yeah, I think you really need to support the kind of relationship like what you've done with Golden. Yeah. And
we
it
can
takes
do it.
time, takes a
But
little bit of
as long
time.
as we,
Was there a date set for that?
well, we had a date, but then we pushed it back because we wanted to have the meeting first, right?
Yeah, right, because remember we had talked about the date, we thought it was too close to it was December 7th or 8th
Yes,
or
it was
something like
We were
that.
waiting.
Yeah, so we thought we'd do it for the new year.
Yeah, she's flexible, any Wednesday, so
It's only on a
if
Wednesday.
we can pick a Wednesday now, great, and then I can just write back to her. I'll let her know, this is the date we're gonna watch,
Does the
I'll
city
follow up.
council have to approve that date? Or can we just go with what? decide?
I think we just did Jabrowski's.
They're not gonna.
Yeah, but I don't think we had to do approval for Jabrowski's.
I think it was a flyer,
It was just the flyer, yeah.
but we approved that.
And the
we put
the
to it
letter.
and link.
Why can't we do it just for information, like we did the last time? With
Well, I
Jabrowski?
can just say I can just tell the council, the EAB board mentioned, we're gonna
Right.
get selected, such and such date is the date, we're
Right.
gonna come out.
Right, but we gave them flyers.
That was for
Within
the,
the
that was for the city council to approve the initial,
Oh, it was.
flyers, what they would look like, and how we would use them.
So
I don't think they wanna see every single flyer. that comes
Well, I
out.
would
It's
hope
the same
not.
flyer.
Pretty sure.
You know,
It's sad.
somehow I misplaced my little appointment.
What
book.
are
I
they?
was just looking for it, and I couldn't find it, so what is the date? What's it?
So I think it's gonna be 7 to 5.
7 to 5, yep, 7 a.m. to 5 p.m. and we would be able to do that all day.
And we don't have to have the person say they're with Westlake.
You probably will, that's how everywhere is,
Yeah.
like my
It
kids are, my
works
kids' school is
everywhere?
right now at Papichulo, and that's what we have to do, yeah.
Because they're not gonna get 10% or what, to anybody that goes there. 'Cause,
Mhm.
you know, the reason that they wanna do it is because they want
It is-
business as well.
So they wanna see also how profitable is it, or else they're gonna say, no, next time.
No, I was in, the first way I came across all this was in Culver's. I saw a sign that was on the wall with pictures in different schools.
Maybe they'll let us put a thing on the window that says, you know, make sure you say,
Yeah, maybe.
it's like schools or something like that.
She's really nice. I've seen her subsequently just going to Carmela's and have, built a relationship with her.
They have where the door opens and
Yeah.
it's sitting right there. and-
Yeah.
Or on the counter.
Yeah.
Have some
Yeah.
little signs on the counter.
Yeah, they go up and do
Yeah,
that.
let us do that.
Yeah.
That would be good. So 7 to 5 PM
Yeah, 7 a.m. to 5 p.m.
and 10%.
on Wednesdays, and then I don't.
So if we could do it after February 3rd, because that's the next council meeting, so we can say it up there. That'd be good.
So what would that be like? 7
Yeah, February 3rd is the next council meeting.
plus 2 days of 12, is it the next Wednesday?
11.
11.
10%, yeah. 10% of the proceeds.
You want to say February 11th?
What do you think?
I
Will it be
am
approved on the
away
third?
that week.
Well, we won't be approved. We're just gonna announce it also so it's town public record and that it's, there's usually, Lucy is gonna be there, you know, other people write about what's happening with the city council. And that way we can just say it and then it's out there and then people will be posting on Facebook. And that's a little fresh. It gives them 1 week to say, okay, next Wednesday.
If with the Jabruskis, I didn't hear about that until like 5 o'clock that night,
Did you hear about it?
probably social media.
I was out there. Stop, I went even to the fire station to talk to the firemen to get them to come. And then I went into the adventure park to see if they would put something up and they were reluctant. But then ultimately they let me give a copy to, what's the name of the woman there that kind of does some, is it Veronica? No, Robin, I know. Robin and I were walking around seeing if we could make a connection. They wouldn't let us put it on the marquee. It just floats up there all the time. But they said they would make some copies. And when we went to see this person, we put I put some copies of the flyers on the desk. Nobody said not to do that. And we gave that to the woman and she said she would put it in the email blast that they do. Plus, we sent email blasts out also, right?
Mhm.
So the marketing is not helping us, it
Well,
seems like.
We'll try it again.
I think the biggest piece is going to be the school's marketing. So like that's gonna be like, I mean, like I said, currently the Spirit Night for my children's school, Papichulos, and I think every day, even in winter break, reminder, like they're partnering with like Sal Padel, or they're doing like $20 like kids do Padel all day, like we're just being blasted nonstop by the school.
But the school has to support it too.
Correct. So I
Yeah.
think that
If the
that's
school's not
where,
supporting, you're not gonna get, 'cause
yeah.
the people that are gonna be more involved with are the parents of the students.
Mhm.
Well, there was some discussion about giving flyers as parents line up to pick up kids. But then somebody mentioned, I forget who, that when they get home with that flyer or they see it, they just crumple it up and they don't look at it. I don't.
Overexposure is the best marketing. So
The what?
overexposure, just like putting it out there, whether it's paper, email.
Right.
I mean, who cares if they crinkle it up?
So what can we say is the best way to do this that'll
We have to
get the
connect with the
schools?
schools. We have to, like, each person, like, so he can connect with Seminole Ridge. I'll do Golden Grove and then.
And what would we say we would want so that they would get participants?
Well, technically, we don't have a recipient of this funds yet. So we would say Golden Grove has received
Wants.
funds, yeah. And so we would love for,
Do we want to do Golden Grove again?
no, I'm saying we'd use them as an example for middle school and
Okay.
high school.
I think
Like
we
Golden
should do
Grove
that.
made money. So like, it's your turn now.
I almost feel with Carmen, High school may be better. Just
Because it's right here.
Kids.
Kids go there.
Get a coffee, get coffee or something.
Parents want to keep their kids up there.
And I think, if, we reach out to the schools and say, okay, which one wants to support it more and more involved with it.
Yeah, so the way that I approached it with Miss Edgecombe was I said, this is the fundraiser, and I can like template that email and send it to you guys, but like, this is the fundraiser that we're doing. We would love to get like involvement, and as you know, like our mission is to give back to the school and the community, blah, blah. Should you be selected for the funds, what are some things that you would be able to utilize the funds for? Yeah, and so when she sent it back to me, she said, "Oh, get a whole PowerPoint presentation." So clearly she's asked this question.
Well, this was the second time that she got money.
Yeah, but the
Yeah.
first time, I think
It was after
was
the
the
race.
Right, it was the 5K, but I don't think that was just like random, wasn't it?
Yeah,
It wasn't- it was-
3
Yeah.
years, 3 years ago.
Was it 3 years old?
Yeah.
When are we doing that again?
No, there'll be a different, we're doing some different shit for
Oh.
5K. It'll be in September. That's in the works.
Okay.
More information to come.
So yeah, I think that's what we should do. I think we should reach out to the schools, let them know the date and what we're intending. 10% of the proceeds are gonna go to, school within Westlake city limits. And it's selected.
That'd be good. Keep it generic.
Yeah.
And see who takes it.
Okay.
And she literally I sent the email at 6 PM. She responded at 7:30.
She's very good like that. She's
Yeah.
very, very responsive. Yes.
Be great if the high school took it up though.
If you just like
Just 'cause the
make some
students, like-
sessions,
Get free coffee, get a little,
and they're there. When you
Okay.
drive by in the morning, they're there.
So then that potentially would mean that Seminole Ridge would get the proceeds from the stadium event and Carmela's.
I mean, it's fine. I mean, because we only have 3 schools and then we're doing this all year long, so I mean, they're gonna get rotation.
We're trying to double down on this, so we'd like you to do your part.
Right.
Yeah,
We're trying to help you.
yeah, and you need to recall them again, I think, right, like a week before almost, too.
Do you like that date, the 11th?
Yeah,
Okay, so February 11th, and I'll make an announcement on the 3rd.
we likely won't have another meeting before then, so if there are any questions about things, we can't email each other, unfortunately. It's gotta keep going to a debt.
She can disseminate to you.
Yeah, she can, yeah,
Send it out. This is what I said. I connected with her because there was a new Westlake family that. She gave the tour and all that, and then I said, I also wanted to share this flyer with you in hopes of you passing this info along to students and staff via email, home folders, and or class dojo. And then I said, we'll be doing a spirit night. Funds will go to one of the 3 Westlake schools. If Golden Grove should be selected, is there anything specific you'd be using the funds for? I'd love to share your plans in this report meeting.
Can you
We might
send
have
that?
to do it, but you
Can you send it to Odette and then she can?
Yes,
send
and I'll
it
send
to
it
us?
to.
And what about the flyer? Can we?
Yeah,
Send
did
it.
you bring it back?
You made
The
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 flyer.
email
Made it.
too?
Yeah.
The email too?
Yes,
The,
yes.
You did it all. I'm gonna find out who this-
I know, yeah.
You made the
You
slide.
made
Flyer one, flyer.
You're on, you're on.
I think you were saying at that end.
it's my expectation. My husband is the type of person.
Leonardo.
Even the letters to the council, you just. You your mouth, like, okay, that sounds great. You were using chat.
100%. That's like my best secret. Especially now that you can do tones, like I always be like, can we write this in a one?
Yeah.
So flyer, fundraiser. Email.
So you make the flyer generic?
Yeah, once we get the date, or we have the date, did we say February 11th? Okay, I won't be here, but you guys can still, I'll send my crew.
And you can just send a reminder before time or something. And copy, should we copy you on any of that correspondence? Mhm. Everybody, yeah. By then it might be, so, it would still be you.
So send it
Yeah.
to that. She can always forward to other people.
Okay, so the real question now is, what's the sign gonna look like? So we're not gonna have a meeting about that, so we'll just have to make that decision.
You're not using that flyer?
No, I think we can use the flyer, as a handout, the thing in the ground.
Oh,
Okay, I'm just gonna-
I'm just saying, no.
Yeah, I'm just.
You would what?
Say no.
Say no?
If it's just a generic marketing,
Yeah,
the school's not gonna
Alright.
want that.
Okay.
And parents aren't gonna know what that means.
yeah, and
You're
the
gonna
school's
see
gonna want them to pay for it.
A cup of
Costs- it
coffee and you're
costs
like, what's that?
something.
Oh, yeah, I'm not expecting the
Yeah.
schools to do it. I was just hoping that maybe they could put something on that sign. If they have somebody like you that can make up that deal.
If they just put this on the sign, parents in the drive lane are not gonna read
Too
that.
small.
You're not gonna- I told them.
But I have no shame, like if Miss Edgecombe has no problem with me going out there for card line, I'll hand the flyers out. Like, I don't care. Like, I'll throw a sign. Like overexposure to the best marketing. You don't know you want to be somewhere until you're like, I remember February, but.
Be happy to do. Also, no, I'll stand up there with flyers one day. I see them all lined up and they're waiting to go in, so you can make multiple copies for us, right? Yeah. All right, anything else on item C? Date time we have, school signage, oh, and future restaurant locations. What would we like the next restaurant to be?
Chipotle.
Okay,
Sounds good.
I think Christian's gonna do that, but I'm not sure, I have to look it up.
There is actually online Chipotle, your spirit night distribution. You can just input all your information. They have an
Really?
online form, yeah.
Mm,
Go
nice.
in person.
Easy.
Yeah.
What's the percentage?
All right,
Oh, that'd be
So-
better. That'd be easy. Live
and they're responsive? I suppose it's that,
Oh,
is
I
that,
guess it's like an automatic.
is it only for ordering food?
I'll have to apply, like an application.
Oh,
There's no.
because they do it already?
There's no way 25.
25% of
No,
the sales.
No, this gotta be something else.
And you said 25% to
But it may-
fundraiser.
No.
Boy, that's a lot of money.
Yeah.
25%.
Wow.
Should do that more often. Once a quarter.
Oh, but you have to meet a minimum fundraiser sale.
To get the 25.
This is say.
When we talk to the restaurants, do we ask about this? Raised a question in my mind. Do
It's an
takeouts
application.
count?
It depends. It depends on where. So like here, I believe this one does because it says,
What about Carmela?
no, I think Carmela. No, this one. So Chipotle is in restaurant or you can pre-order online. I don't know how, maybe, oh, it says unique code. There's a unique code for checkout.
Oh, that's cool. They would put that on the flyer.
Yeah.
And then we blast that in our emails. And all we do is say, hey, we can get up to 25% if we never get enough
Yeah.
people tonight.
That's a good one.
Okay, so the school that we don't have covered is Middle Pines, right?
What is our school that would get the money?
Osceola
Osceola.
School.
Western.
Well, I don't know.
Western Pine.
Western Pines, that's what I meant. So
I
Western
thought it
Pines would
was
get our,
Osceola, but people were correcting.
Osceola is what we're zoned for, but it's not a West.
Yeah, it's not at Westlake
It's
School.
the schools within that rectangle right there.
Osceola is outside our city.
So we're zoned
Well,
for it,
that's what I
but
said,
it's not
it's
at our city
Middle
school.
Pines, yeah,
No,
Western.
Western Pines
Western Pines.
Elementary.
Okay.
Philippines.
Well, the Osceola guy was the guy that we had come here and speak to the group
Right,
early
and
on.
that was early in the game, because we
Yeah.
thought that because our
People
kids were
were
zoned
confused,
there.
yeah.
Now we were,
So
so,
it is Western Pines.
which I found out recently, by the way, Western Pines is our gifted school. So feeder
Well, it
gifted
has a great enrollment. I mean,
Yeah.
it's killing Osceola.
school. Yeah,
And he mentioned that, and it's coming. Everybody wants to go to Western Pines. And so we've never really had a principal.
So
go to
other
one of
schools
those-
go.
What?
Till our new school's still here. Yeah.
You know, we could even have that a principal or somebody like we did with Osceola Creek and we did with, I don't know if Linda came to a meeting.
She did.
She
Yeah,
did.
she
So maybe
she
we can
spoke.
invite him.
came last summer.
I don't know, do you want me to reach out to them in lieu of the other people that we don't have here? To try to.
For Western
see-
Heights?
Yeah.
Fine. And I think, yeah. Honestly, don't mind.
Okay.
So the 3 schools are,
Golden Grove Elementary, Western Pines Middle. Seminole Ridge. And those are like within our city limits. So those aren't the only schools our kids are zoned for, but those are just the only schools that we have oversight. Jurisdiction. Okay. So I'll reach out to Western Pines and bridge that connection, because I don't know that we ever had it. Ever.
I think we did.
I think it was Lisa early on, and then
Western Pines
gentleman.
Middle School updated, it was gonna be Jennifer. But I have on my paper some notes. But you can start it,
Yeah, I'll
and,
reach out,
you know, if
that's fine.
she's coming, you know, or not,
Okay.
I don't know. You know, turn it over.
I'm good.
All
with that.
right, thank you. Very much.
Um.
Anything else on C? Anything else?
oh, I'm just in for D.
Okay, now that on item D, strategies for developing relationships with our schools and restaurants. I kind of got the sense that people were not really comfortable with the reaching out to the schools. So what I did is I kind of was looking around to see what the board purpose was, and I just happened across this. And you probably read with the advisory board vacancy notices. And I'll just read the 4 things. You folks are fine. I don't know that you need to hear this, but I'll go over it because it is pretty clear about what kinds of relationships it wants us to develop. It says, the board purpose is to serve as a liaison group between the city of Westlake, Palm Beach County School District, and we try to stay in touch with the school district via Masha Andrews. And I went to one of the meetings a while back. I don't know if anybody else has had an opportunity to or not. All the public schools, with all the public schools located within the city to improve and enhance communication between all parties. And it looks like we've suffered in the communication area somewhat. And number 2 is to promote and to provide public awareness for programs, opportunities, and initiatives of public schools located within the city. Number 3 is to recognize and promote accomplishments of students, educators, administrators, and public schools located within the city.
And I did that.
You know, maybe that's something that we work on. We haven't really, I know we made a scholarship award through Crestwind to somebody in the high school. But it says we could do acknowledgements to educators or administrators or
What if we
anybody.
did? So you know how Golden Grove has those signs, those student of the month signs?
Oh,
You
yeah,
know, the students
yeah.
put in their yard. What if we did that? Like we did one for like a teacher, one for an administrator, and then, you know, maybe a couple for students. And then we had like an education advisory board, like highlight for them. And then someone would be able to, through our communications with the school, like Ms. Edgecombe or whoever the principal is, Seminole Ridge will say, hey, we had an outstanding staff member this month, whatever. And then we just drive by with the city council
What-
information of where they live.
they have to live in Westlake or? they live
Oh, that's
outside?
true. It's true.
I doubt all the teachers
Yeah.
live here.
It's true.
Students most likely do, most likely,
Yeah,
but maybe not. I mean, they serve a big area.
yeah.
Yeah, that's tough. I didn't
That
think
one's
of
so
that.
cute.
Yeah. How could we
I mean,
accommodate
if we
that?
wanted to read, you know,
You could have it say to Westlake students. That creates some negativity.
Yeah, yeah.
I think the school just has to be in the city limits. So it's the same thing, like the fundraising can help students that don't live in Westlake, but that go to.
Oh, no, they're talking about putting the signs out in front of their homes, but they don't live here in Westlake. Like if they live in Acres, we're not driving down Acres, Temple Street.
Yeah. Oh, that's true, like a notice of like acknowledgement, like we acknowledge your hard work. Could do
We
that.
do a little press release.
Yeah, do a little presentation thing and bring them to the council
Yeah.
and take pictures.
We can have that, if you want to do a monthly, you want to do monthly or quarterly?
No, quarterly, or
Okay.
trimester, we'll do trimester.
Let's do that. Nothing monthly, okay.
No,
If
we
you
could
do
do
like-
3 times, once each trimester.
Okay, if you did that, I think that'd be easy to do, bring to the council.
Yeah,
And we'll have it on as an agenda item, as a
Yeah.
presentation,
yeah,
and then make a presentation, like principal of the court, what
yeah.
was it, trimester? So- And then we can make some certificate up. Do we have those gold seals?
Or like the city logo.
Yeah,
Mhm.
so we can just stick that on there and.
I
Let
love
me
it.
get one.
Sold.
We don't put on the crown.
I love
We
it.
get them a little plaque.
No, it's expensive.
We're starting to get to make it. You wanna make it, we can do print out sheet, then you go frame it, that's fine.
Yeah.
We can do it on cardstock. It's sort of a little bit more firm.
Yeah, with the shimmer, yeah, it'll have a gold seal. I think that's so cute, I think. And, but again, this goes back to your other point. Because it's gonna have to be like we're gonna have to make the outreach
Right.
to the schools to say this is an initiative we're trying to do. And then we will even have to set a reminder on our calendar to kind of touch base with the principals or with the admin. You know what I mean?
Well, have we really decided if, is it gonna be on the principals that we're focusing?
Well, it depends on who's the most responsive. Like for Golden Grove, it's for sure the principal. Western Pines, it may be someone else. Once I reach out to them, I'll find out.
Okay.
But especially when you get to middle and high, there's just so much. Like there's multiple assistant principals. There's multiple, like,
Grade level each.
yeah, so it might be better.
It'd
to
be easier for the
just-
principal just to decide who that is.
Correct.
And just tell us.
Yeah, and they probably already have someone appointed that
Yeah.
just handles
Yeah.
communications.
Yeah.
So,
All right,
Once-
so we'll
once
leave
I go
it
to
as
West-
a action point with your school.
Okay, so in the third, you want me to mention that the EAB board wants to do a trimester, every trimester we'll do a.
okay, the
Outstanding achievement. or
certificate of
something.
excellence.
And now we're breaking this down, or is it to a teacher, is it to a teacher, principal, and student? Or is just,
Oh, should we do- I say
Why
student
don't we
only because.
start small with one
Okay.
and see how it goes?
let's see, yeah, that's fine, let's try.
That works.
What do you want to do though? That's fine now.
What,
What do you want to do? Is it a principal, is it a teacher?
what do you guys want to do with it?
I
I
think,
think teacher.
yeah, I think
Teacher.
teacher,
Teacher, okay.
Candidates.
yeah.
When
So
you
the
say-
principal would pick the teacher.
Yeah. So I'll mention that.
I just know the report cards say trimester, that's why I
Are
said.
you sure this is not gonna be a problem in the teacher that live in Westlake?
No, because they're working in
They're at
Westlake.
schools.
They're offering their time in Westlake, yeah.
December,
Is that what it is? I don't
January.
know. I think- August.
There's 4 grading periods.
I'm just thinking about like the report card, because I only get 3, and it says trimester 1, trimester 2, trimester
Should
3.
get 4.
You're not getting one on purpose.
Well, the district is parents now.
Well,
My report cards were saying.
Elementary, or your kids in
Elementary, yeah.
so they may be different. Middle school and high school,
Okay.
they receive 4.
Okay, so
I
then
wanna
maybe
say it's-
middle.
I wanna say it's August to October. October
That
to
sounds right.
Jan. Like right now, they probably just started a new
Yeah,
January to.
like March, right?
March.
And then, yeah.
and then
Something like.
Couldn't we do it by March, first one? If you're gonna be talking to in this quarter?
Well, he's saying how many should we allot, like, should we plan to allot? Like, so let's just do
3
3.
schools.
No, I mean, how many awards in a school year?
Oh.
3 or 4? Let's do 4 since it
one
encompasses
for
middle
8
and
weeks.
Let's do 3.
3. So we can do October, February, and then the end of school year.
How about like September through such and such, and then 3 or
Yeah,
4 months, and then to the school year, and then
that's
that's.
what I'm thinking.
Or run the
Because
school
if
term.
we give them August and September to make a decision on an outstanding staff member, then we award it in October.
Yeah.
And then we give them November and December, and then we award it in January, and February, and March.
Yeah, good times.
January,
Now, could
March,
we-
and April.
Could we do something with the students that live in Westlake where they nominate a teacher?
It's too much.
Yeah. Just make end of the year.
We're building up.
You done?
I don't know.
No, sounds like teacher. Why don't we see how it goes with the teacher?
Yeah.
And
Trying
then-
some next year.
But I mean, I've heard of students voting, but it doesn't mean that that person necessarily gets it.
Right, or we can encourage the schools to do that internally. We can say, this
Yeah.
is the award we're looking to present. You know, however you choose to come up with this candidate, whether it's by student
Are
vote,
we gonna do just one teacher for the 3 schools or one teacher at each?
one for the 3 schools. It's just one candidate. Yeah. A one person.
We just
across all
rotate
3
it
schools.
around, yeah.
All right, cool.
So are these the dates then, January?
No, October, January, and then,
Or no, October, November, December, January.
January, then even-
February, March, April.
You would award it in February?
I don't know.
You had said October, January, and April.
April, yeah.
That sounds about right.
Okay. Just so I know, we're
You
doing.
wanna
we're
be
doing-
involved?
Okay, so this certificate's a teacher at each school every 3
One
times.
teacher across the 3 schools.
One teacher across, so we will do one teacher
Certificate.
every 3 months
Mhm.
until the school year is done.
Yep.
Okay, got it.
We could do a three-teacher thing, but that would be.
Yeah,
later.
let's start here and then see how it goes,
Yeah.
and then in the future, we can maybe do a teacher and a student.
Wait, can I ask a question really quick, just for also my notes? So Greg, are you guys presenting this at the?
I'll do it during my council comment.
No, yeah, so like the initial one, but I'm saying when it actually comes time to present it, are you guys inviting them here? Like, are we having another education meeting?
We're gonna do it at the city
Do it
council.
City council.
Okay, so then Anita would have to provide me with whoever's getting
Yes,
chosen.
we would do it under presentation, under agenda. We'd have to know at least 2 weeks in advance.
Yes, I was gonna say, because I do their
She has to
agenda.
get a certificate made,
Mhm.
put it on the agenda, that's sent out a week and a half before the meeting.
Right.
Mhm.
So I rely on you guys to give me the.
We'll come up, when we get this done, we'll come up with.
Yeah,
So we'll have,
somebody-
at our next meeting, let's have a timeline where we're gonna say, okay, we need to get back to the principal at this time, then the principal needs to report back to whoever that contact's gonna be, and then you present it to Odette, so we can
So then I can put on.
present it
council's
on
agenda.
Then,
Okay.
yeah. You know,
Love it.
thing too, and we didn't talk about this, but you can always add items to the agenda that you want. You can just send Odette a note and then she'll send it to me.
No, the agenda comes from you.
Mhm.
Of all the items that we discuss here. So here would be the perfect place if you guys want to add something, to discuss, and then Anita will send it to me and then.
It'll get on
Maybe
the
on the
agenda.
Love it. Okay, cool.
Right. What else did I have here? Wow, that's good.
Central
That
Bridge.
generated a good question. So then the last item here is monitor school district activities and report on those impacting the city as needed.
That's all right, no.
Oh, that, oh,
Yeah.
I was like, see?
I'm reading
Oh.
board purpose. notes.
Oh, I'm thinking, I'm like, that's not the event.
Same place I was reading.
Sorry.
Okay.
Monitor school district, it says board purpose at the top,
Yeah.
school district activities and report on those impacting the city as needed. Now, that one prompted me to go to the school district meeting. When I got there were all kinds of TV people there and everything. This was when that whole ice thing.
Oh,
was
that was
dying.
coming.
And so it was very interesting because they were making all kinds of modifications to certain guidelines, half of which didn't click with me. And, but they weren't saying the reason why they were
Right.
doing it, but the media knew.
Right.
So, so I'm just saying that was, eye-opening. Then it says schools located outside the city of Westlake shall not be within the Educational Advisory Board scope of purview. The committee will be advisory only and may be abolished or disbanded at any time. It can be easily abolished and are recognized at any time by the city council. But that 3-1 was what prompted this discussion. That's great, to recognize and promote accomplishments of students, teachers,
Yeah.
administrators, educators within the school city limits.
Love it. And also the communication one, I love that one that you
Yeah.
mentioned too.
Yeah.
And so like for me, I think one of the things that helped was setting up a tour with the principal. And she took me all around the school and she showed me like all of the things where funds would go if they were to, be allocated funds. And she introduced me to other admin at the school. And so it was, yeah, it was a nice little, so I think if you also show interest and say like, oh, I'd love to see the grounds and I'd love to see like, the field and this and that, like it kind of
Right.
opens the door.
And then sometimes maybe you go into one of the locker rooms or something in high school and you see them mitts are all, broken
And that
up or
makes you
something
more
like,
aware.
you say, well, we could maybe help you with that through the fundraising that we do.
Yep. Love it.
Now, this prompts something that I didn't put on the agenda and I didn't have new business because it wasn't new business, but did we ever get any dates for Saddlebrook?
Yeah.
No, you sent a note to them and you didn't hear back.
Which I can definitely go ahead and do it again. It was like that weird time, that Thanksgiving break, and then we
Okay.
had that big Christmas break.
And we heard that we can't go together. right?
Correct.
Right.
So we
Right.
can
So you
only
guys will
go,
have to do tours,
individually.
unfortunately, yes.
Okay.
I know that gets a little funky here with
So
work and.
you get a few dates. That's that new school that they built.
I already,
I
and we don't have a final date for the groundbreaking of ours, but it'll be in March.
yeah, they said it was gonna be,
So will you all be invited to that?
is Marshall Andrews retiring?
I just
At
looked
the
at my
end of
calendar.
the
I
school
thought
year.
it was the 13th, but it's not on there, so something's been removed, so.
Okay. I was like,
I was fine, I was like, I know it was on my calendar, but now it's not there.
What's that?
I had a date, a tentative date, but
You
it's not on my calendar anymore.
Oh,
There was a search in March.
okay.
It was either March 13th or 20th or something like that. That was a tentative. They didn't have a full date. No, it was something they just sat and said, this might be a tentative.
Well, you and I could go together.
I'm allowed to go with you, yes. I can go, I'm allowed to go, I can go with any individual,
Anyone
any
that's been
member, but you guys cannot go together.
Right. You wanna come, you can.
Awesome.
So then the last item was, another sort of, I see it as a bigger event. We've talked a lot about some kind of a trade school event, and then it kind of morphed into discussing, if I remember correctly, like a career night of some sort for, it would be the middle schools, I think, predominantly, right? Is that
I think
what
we said middle
talked
and
about?
high, middle and high school.
Doesn't some of which have a, career night?
I think that was something someone was supposed to follow up on.
Dr.
Okay.
There you go. That's another thing.
They used to have that when I was in school.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Mine was at like a
They
fairground.
have a Korean night. I wonder who they invite to that. Is it just to talk about what they have
At the
in their
school?
school? Or is it to talk about,
I think they bring other people in.
Yeah.
Yeah, they
They
usually
brought
bring
like
local colleges.
recruiters from the middle, there was a
Yeah.
bunch of stuff.
It's-
I think fire rescue would be there to get
Yeah.
recruits for the fire rescue
Yeah.
program.
well, I know we're not supposed to do it for other schools, but they all, what's the name of the trade school that opened in Glade?
Is it all,
I can't think of the.
I know what you're talking about, but it's,
Yeah.
yeah, it's run by the school district out there.
Because conceivable that some of our students from Westlake might go there.
Well, to have this event, we would invite them, like, so we would be
Yeah.
inviting
Yeah,
people in. But I think that's a next school year situation.
okay.
It's gonna take a lot of planning and
Yeah.
we're already at the end of the school year approaching at least. So
Yeah, I
have
know,
to
I
be
can't
West
believe
Tech.
it.
West Tech Education.
West
Center.
Tech, yeah.
Table that one for
Yeah.
next school
We
year.
got a lot of
You
stuff
know,
coming
and a
up.
lot of people,
Certificates, the baseball night,
Certificate of excellence.
restaurants, and that's pretty good for this year. You can strategize after this.
Yeah.
I know that the attorney was not too excited about when I mentioned activities at Palm Beach State College. But many of our students go to Palm Beach State College, not just in the general,
You gotta keep it in the city limits, I think, is the attorney is
Yeah.
concerned.
keep it,
Our purview is only the city limits of Westlake.
well, West Tech isn't in the city limits,
Right.
so you
Doesn't
can't do
But
it.
if you did something at Seminole Ridge and and the school district invited them, yes.
Because they have a lot of.
Like if
tech-
they have a
lot
career
of
day,
tech
a career
programs
night.
the Students go to.
Oh, yeah, I think they have a good vocational program at
They do.
Seminole Ridge, like.
I think HVAC and of course they do the HUD, not the HUD, oh my gosh, the housing program.
Oh,
Habitat. Habitat.
Did they support cosmetology?
That I don't
Yeah.
I know it's HVAC, I
They
think
have-
auto.
do they
have-
Yeah, auto
one of the
Welding,
and building.
did they have electricians, you know, there's, and, it's mostly the campus in, Lake Worth that has a lot of these programs.
Mhm.
But are they at capacity? That's another question. Yes.
Seminole Ridge is at. That's why
It
they're building,
is.
they're
I
building
thought
the
the
high
Westlake
school.
school's gonna be our.
No, are they at capacity for the trade program?
Oh, that part I don't know.
Yeah, maybe we can ask
School that
about that. It's becoming more and more popular now. I'm hearing more and more about it at the news when people talk about college. They tend to now talk about career choices that may not be in the traditional realm of college, but going into some of these trades offers all kinds of opportunities to become entrepreneurial and to have a career where you have good money. So I think it's becoming a little bit more accepted than it has been. But I guess that's another thing to talk to the high school about a little bit, maybe piggyback on something that they're doing would be easier.
Great.
We'll figure out what their choice programs are.
And that's all I have for unfinished business. So do we have any other board member comments, updates, or reports, or questions, or? I had talked to an individual at Crestwind. I thought he was gonna be here tonight, and I told him to come towards the end of the meeting. He was gonna talk about, and I didn't have a lot of answers for him, and I thought maybe some of you know a little bit more about this than I do. He has a handicapped daughter who has aged out of the school system. She is quite autistic, I guess. And he was looking for some kind of resources for her.
The L Center in Jupiter would be the best place to direct them.
ARC, ARC.
Yes, for employment or anything like that.
Mhm.
So the L
You
Center-
know, I mentioned to him Autism Speaks, you know, there's a lot
It's a
of.
liaison, they
Yeah.
just bridge people to.
Really?
Yeah.
You need an
So see, you
organization.
do new things, the L Center and what
L
else?
Center in Jupiter,
Jupiter?
and then ARC.
ARC and then FAU card.
Oh, yeah. I
Center
forgot.
for
What does that stand for?
ARC, what is it? Something center.
Autistic.
No, I don't think so. No, it's not.
No?
It's not, no. Something,
I'll
tell you right now.
Google it.
I will tell you offline.
What does ARC stand for? We're gonna get Noah's Ark, watch. Look, ARC is.
Arc of
private
Palm Beach.
per-
No.
ARC.
ARK?
Yeah.
I remember that name.
Yeah, because they're
I
countywide.
think they changed the word.
But, and then FAU card. So FAU card is a huge resource.
AU.
FAU and then CARD, CARD, which is Center for Autism and Related Disabilities. And they will have a ton of
And is
resources.
that tied to school age
It's
individuals?
anything, like anybody, I mean, they have parent support groups weekly, they have sibling support groups, they have all types of stuff. They
This
have
guy
all
was
that.
kind of at his wit's end, and I didn't have any of these names to
You
give
can call
him.
211 as well.
Huh?
Oh,
You can call 211 from this phone.
What's 211?
That's Palm Beach Treasure Coast 211. It's any services in Palm Beach County. You just tell them what your issue is and they'll give it to you. So you need help with power bill payment, or you need, where's my local hospital, or what, they'll tell, it's what their services. Community service. Just tell them what you need, you know,
Really?
provide the resources.
Yeah, there's a lot out there. He just has to reach out. So the L's is like a nonprofit foundation by Ernie L. Golfer. And so they do from early childhood development all the way up to adulthood. So they have,
Is it EL or?
Yeah.
MLS.
but they just built like a adult group home situation.
I've heard that.
Yeah, it's great. It's just really hard to get in. People move from all over the country to put their kids there. So
Really?
it's very difficult to get in. But it's great. He toured, it's got all, because he built it for his own kids
For gate acre,
up to adulthood. It
To
starts at
adulthood.
age 3 up to adulthood. The whole campus is massive.
so
They have a
somebody
preschool, they
35.
have an elementary
go
school,
there?
they have a middle school, yeah. They have a high school and they have an adult program.
Yeah, it's in Northwest Jupiter.
Wow.
They have partnerships with like hotels so that,
Wow.
their children can get jobs as housekeeper. Like, I mean, they have the whole
I
nine.
see, I thought.
Yeah.
And I think I told him that we're usually over by 7:30, so I don't know if he's waiting to get until then. There's a
You can
meeting.
give them my
for
info.
sure.
I can definitely connect them. I mean,
All
I've worked
right.
in the special needs
Oh, yeah,
community.
okay. He was even looking, he said he'd even be willing to share his time with somebody else if somebody, he's looking for some kind of stimulation. From what he was told me, with his job, he's taking his daughter with him because he doesn't want to leave her home alone. And there's only so many hours that he can get through some service that's very limited. Sounded like 4 hours a week. And that's why I said, well, he said, do you think that the Education Advisory Board could work on something? I said, I don't know that it's within our purview, but I know there are people that know more about what's
Yeah,
going
you
on.
can give them my info. I know the director at
You
ARC,
sure?
ARC's adult program. Like, we've done,
Give
like,
him your email or?
I can connect him with Benny at the ARC, and they do literally everything. They take the adults trick or treating, they do
Oh,
everything.
really? Okay.
So they're great. And they do summer programs, vocational programs.
I'm sure he's not the only one that could benefit from something, like that. And we have more than one or two, 3 people that I know of that have children that have aged out of the school system that could use some resources, so that's great. Any other comments for anybody else? How about public comment?
Oh, do I ever? I was waiting for an hour and a half.
That's so short compared to how it usually is.
That's true.
Yeah.
Okay, so, I just want to clarify, for Roger Dean, we're talking about April 18th.
Mhm.
Okay. And, Boy Scouts, so the package for the fundraiser is separate from Boy Scouts.
Would be 2 separate things.
Yeah, so the package is just, we disseminate the information and whoever wants to buy through that link or whatever.
Right, so that link would be created, would be sent, if it's City of Westlake, Seminole Ridge.
Mhm.
Any of our marketing for City of Westlake and Seminole Ridge would have nothing to do with Boy Scouts.
Okay,
But we wouldn't mention anything about scouts, is what they're called, scouts.
oh, I wondered,
Yeah.
I thought you meant like scouts from universities.
That's why I first said it. I was like,
No, It's Boy Scouts, but now they go by scouts.
Okay. That be, okay, and then, I think that Crystal is right about the schools. It's the parents of the schools that are most concerned with fundraising for their children's schools. And so it's really important to have the schools on board and advertising for us, which did not happen with Golden Grove for whatever reason. But I also think there's something else. What was the point I was gonna make? I think that people are suspicious of things if like the actual recipient isn't involved in the process. So I think it's important that you get to the parents who are most concerned, but I also think it adds a level of legitimacy also to the fundraiser to have the actual school acknowledging that. Because it was kind of weird that they kind of didn't acknowledge it. Nobody knew,
Yeah.
whatever. So it's important that they be on board to help us, disseminate the information. Seminole Ridge, I'm talking about. That's like an important message to get in there.
Do you think the school boards are a good resource for that?
And that's
Getting
in general,
No.
yeah. So
No.
we have to go direct, yeah, I have to go.
Their policy, they don't.
Yeah, okay.
And they take, if you want anything in their newsletter sent out, it's like months in it.
I guarantee you, as a parent, I don't check the district's newsletters.
So how do we get the parents involved?
The school. Yeah, that's the only, like, I know all my kids' events because of the
I
school.
think all the schools have a newsletter that they send. They have the parents' email address, the student email address. They have a number that they can send to text the parents.
They have
Call.
Dojo. Dojo's what I get all my blasts on, and some use Spark or something else. But
Like, I know when I taught at 4:30 every Friday, I got an automated phone call.
from the principal, that's what Miss Edgecombe
No,
does.
you did? Really?
Yeah, Miss
She-
Edgecombe does an
and
automated.
This was a school in Wellington. She would mention if there was a fundraiser. Hey, on
Oh.
Wednesday, blah, blah, blah. But it really takes what type of principal.
Yeah. Miss Edgecombe used to do that. And then my kid's principal does that with like traffic patterns and car line. A reminder for the safety of our children. And then it goes on a voicemail and a text message.
I don't.
There are ways to blast it. We
We
just
are-
have to build the relationship with the
Schools
schools.
have to do it.
We ourselves should be there, you know?
Yeah.
To try to get to those if we're gonna be around.
Agreed. Good point.
This is an aside, I want to take a minute. I can't believe report cards go out electronically now because like, there's no more back in the day where you
Oh
would
my
like turn the
gosh.
minus.
Yeah.
to the plus.
No, there's
Really?
and the
Yeah.
district texts and calls me and says report cards were sent home today.
Yeah, wow.
Like, so that you
Wow.
know that it's because there's a copy.
Wow.
They just intercepted it in the mail before
Yeah.
your parents got it.
No, not anymore, because now we have a login to their Google Classroom and we can see everything.
Wild West anymore.
Do they send it to the student too, when they send it to the
I
parents?
don't know.
It's in their portal, it's all digital, everything's in their portal. They just print the copies.
It's not- Okay, so then I also, just throwing this out, while we are not making a ton of money during these fundraisers, because we're building up the information, I was thinking, if it's just $100 or whatever, could we just give that to the excellent teacher of the trimester or whatever? For them to obviously to use within their classroom,
Right.
you know? I don't know if the attorney would like that though, because.
Well, if the money's not coming to us,
Yeah, it goes to-
whoever's doing it is sending the check, so.
I had to go, they wrote a check out to Linda
I don't know
Edgecombe,
if we need permission for that.
and I picked it up
Oh,
and
Yeah,
turned it in
she just said the check was made out to Linda Edgecombe personally.
at the school.
Okay,
Linda Edgecombe, Golden Grove Elementary.
okay. Yeah,
I don't know if it said Linda Edgecombe, Golden Grove. I think it just said Golden Grove.
I say we keep it the school for now,
yeah,
only because our schools are like
I need-
bursting
I
at the
need
seams and they need
clarification.
us.
Okay.
Yeah,
you
for
know,
now, for now.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not a bad idea. for the
Yeah.
Future, you know.
Little,
Yeah.
I have one classroom better
Yeah.
than it would in the school, but yeah, whatever. I think it's appreciated either way.
Yeah,
And then I kind of had two kind of like personal opinions and op-eds here. One is, let me talk about the career night or whatever. I feel like it's kind of morphing between a career night and a trades night. And so I think those are two different things. I think a career night is dedicated toward older students in high school. And we're talking about post-high school. Whereas the trades, I thought this was about the choice, more about the choice programs in middle school and high school to educate our parents about what's available within reasonable driving commute range from Westlake. And so I think this is a bigger picture thing, stay with me. The high school, all of these schools, they have down pat their annual events. And I think they don't want anyone fussing with that. So like piggybacking, I think that's stepping on toes. I don't think they need or want that. And I don't know, I'm
Yeah.
not a parent, but the impression I get from how you guys have been received so far with like, without like a big fanfare,
yeah.
it's kind of like they've got their thing, they're in the zone, they're surviving every day, that's it. They don't need like someone else kind of like.
But
getting in.
do you know if they invite parents from the middle schools or?
Yeah, they have a huge event every October, and it's all the choice programs, because choice opens November 1st. So they have a huge event in October.
What do they call that?
I don't remember.
Career? or
No, it's all the choice programs.
just
It's
golf
because
club?
choice opens November 1st, and every school that has a choice program shows up. They have a whole, like,
It's at the fairgrounds.
at the fairgrounds,
At the
yes.
Fairgrounds.
Showcase of schools,
Yeah.
that's what it's called, showcase of schools,
Oh.
and it's huge.
So that would be redundant then.
Correct.
Okay, So then maybe you do want to do a career night. In that case, it would be dedicated, you know, toward some Norwich High School students specifically. And I'm sure they already have something like that there. But I think that's what I'm trying to say. It's like finding that niche, that
Mhm.
gap to fill,
Yeah,
you know.
where there's an actual need.
Yes, and that's what, you know, Dr. Tompkins was assigned, Seminole Ridge High School,
Right.
this whole trade show stuff. He's not here, so we don't know. Maybe he did make some headway.
Yeah,
But it's him, getting him to kind of at Seminole Ridge, figure out if there's anything else we could do
right.
as an aside. Because it sounds like the choice program thing is taken.
Oh, yeah, and it's huge. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, it's massive. It's
I
a
mean, it's
massive
at the
event.
fairgrounds.
It's a massive
Yeah.
event, yeah.
But I think the original man who talked about this, it wasn't about trades versus typical language arts universities.
Yeah,
And I think that we in Westlake have a lot of entrepreneurial spirits. We, you know,
Right.
that would love to come and talk about my HVAC business, or just getting a small business started, or not a blacksmith, but like, what is the?
yeah, I know, they,
Is that still a thing? I don't know, but you know what I'm
they're,
saying.
I'm sure there must be some need. I mean,
yeah,
Hello.
like,
Networking, yes,
Network,
right.
yes.
Stuff.
yeah,
And then also just how to get apprenticeships, you know, how to connect people.
Well, you were talking about welding.
Yeah, no,
Welding.
yeah,
Yeah.
maybe.
that's what I was envisioning. I was envisioning that.
Yeah.
Sparks flying.
That's what I mean. Anyway, I think it's just, the trades are really important. I think you're right. What you're saying is that parents nowadays are still like, you know, bogged down with their student loans, and so there is more interest in like the trades. So maybe that would be like a really cool thing that Westlake could do in particular. I don't know. Like I said, I think it's just filling the gap, not being redundant, and not annoying the local school people.
So
Yeah.
to go off of that, I think that a great alternative and something that kind of aligns with Alicia's opinion, which I actually agree with.
do you know who Alicia is?
Yes.
She's the reason we know who he is.
You've been to my house. That's
Yeah.
for sure. That's
Oh,
notary.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He's
then
notary too.
So to me, yeah. You sent
I think we should do a career night that's more so focused around inviting the entrepreneurs of Westlake who may be hiring and wanting to grow their business. That would be a better twist to it. Are we allowed to do that?
I would go with there's that wolf pack. Have you heard that?
Yeah.
That might be because we're all
Okay.
local entrepreneurs here that
Okay.
live in Westlake. Maybe you partner up with them and do that.
Okay.
The
Because
Wolfpack, really?
It's something.
Never heard of
A
that.
couple,
Yeah, there's a couple.
Like a
they
night.
all have an animal in it.
What?
It's like, there are these
They
entrepreneurial.
have an animal in it?
He likes
It's
the
like the
Parkers.
wolf's pack, the
Yeah.
lion's den.
Oh, the lineman, that's what it's.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've
That's the
heard
one that
different
we
things where
can
they
do.
meet in different places, but it's all, they have a social thing. They bring all the entrepreneurs that live in Westlake. And they
Pep each other up
Yeah,
and share.
they've had it
information.
mostly at the lodge. I know they've gone to the gardens, one on North, like there.
Yeah, the Sand Hill Crane.
And San
place,
Elcro,
yeah. So I mean, that might be something where we put a twist on a career night and
That might be
instead of,
something for next year, though.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah, right.
yeah, I agree.
More fun planning.
So that takes me to my last point. I just want to say, as an observer, I think Anita in particular, not to like point you out, but I think you're feeling kind of stymied right now by the progress you guys are making. But I think that's kind of the point, is that we are a relatively new city. We need a ragtag, determined group of loyal people who stick around. And I think that's been one of the hard parts too, is
Right,
we kind
right.
of keep going through people. But just kind of getting the little programs like the excellent teacher thing, just letting people know who we are so they can believe you guys, they can trust you guys, that you're legitimate, and building these relationships over the years. Because Wellington has a kick-ass version of this.
Oh, I know, we went to one of them.
Yeah, and I think it's just a matter of.
And Royal Palms is on there, too.
Okay, yeah.
You know who? Go ahead.
But I was just gonna say, I remember talking to the Wellington Education Board, whatever members, and they were talking about something they did for the schools. They like reorganized the buses. They reorganized the bus system. So it'd be like if you guys actually like got the papers out, how many students do we have in Golden Grove? Or I mean, yeah, Golden Grove versus the Meadows, like connecting the schools, whatever. They somehow did something like that. And I know we do have a bus problem with
Yeah.
students like throwing things at the drivers. We're
It's
not-
still a problem?
I don't know.
Have you
But
guys-
it seems like there was the Chinese
There
wall,
was a big,
right? Like the principals were trying to do something about it, but they really weren't on the buses. And there is many, it just seemed weird that like no one seemed like they could do anything. So again, I think it's just about filling the gaps, but giving that time and space to build the relationships. And so I think, unfortunately, it might not be super satisfying right now to be on this board, but hopefully it'll like really, really be able to take off because we're all growing together, you know, and we kind of like intertwine. So I guess that's it. I don't know. It's like,
Like, keep going, basically.
Yeah.
Well, we've had a lot of turnover.
Yeah.
Historically, there were some problems, you know,
Like,
with
yes, like you said, we have to talk to the city, we have to get approval for the pieces of paper, you know. But it should iron out eventually, I would.
I think so. I think it's a good start. Having only 5 things on the agenda is a great start, because then we can like fine tune things as we go.
Oh, and that was something, I mean, you're talking about 211, that's a really good point. But I was gonna say, I did think it would be really cool if we could, the city, maybe you guys could build for this westlakegov.com, a database of resources for parents. Like, that's really frustrating that this poor man literally doesn't know who to turn to. Lucky enough, he knows you, but you know, for this autism stuff,
Right.
or just same thing, like, just super simple. Here's the choice program at this school that's 5 miles away,
Yeah.
you know, from Westlake. You know, just anytime like there's a flurry of information poured out here, maybe just think this might be handy to have.
Yeah.
So you could have even like westlakegov.com and then like a schools tab.
yeah, but we kind of do that, Odette, don't we, when you market the event? It goes out to all the residents in Westlake.
Yes, whoever's like.
Yeah,
subscribes to the website. Mhm.
So
they should-
do we maybe need to tweak that with some other kinds of things?
Well, she's saying to have like a document that says all of the resources,
Mhm.
so not the meetings.
It's fixed on the
Yeah.
website.
Like, just go on the website and see like at schools tab.
I can definitely speak to our city manager about that. Because you guys already have your education board tab, you know,
Oh,
there.
maybe it could be that.
Yeah.
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 Like education
Yeah,
resources.
community, so yes, something.
Yeah, like that.
Okay, any other comments? If not, we shall adjourn the meeting at 7:24.
Sorry, I don't have our next meeting date.
You guys would-
Oh, I always get that. All right, so we want to meet sometime in February, late February? Or do you want to push it up until March?
Well, just keep in mind, March is the first certificate of excellence. So, just saying. So if we're gonna push it to March, we just have to have a calendar, an event so that we all know to email you the information for our respective school. Don't mind pushing it to March, because January, February, but
I
we
just,
just have to be
I'll
able to
I'll
put it.
go with you guys. What do
Yeah.
you think?
We can
March
start-
3rd is the council meeting.
So it has to be after that or before? How does that work?
Well,
Oh, March 3rd is when we present it.
Yeah.
Okay, so we have to meet in February.
But don't forget, we need 2 weeks.
To approve. So we need to have it to you, I'm gonna say Friday, February.
Or
5th.
do we present it, meet in March, present April, and then the next one's done in June?
Oh, that works.
Well, June, teacher, school's over.
No, it's October, January, and April.
The school ends the last, like. March
Oh, if it's
30th.
April, then we can
Or May
do
30th.
a March meeting, and then you present it at the April meeting.
We can do that.
Yeah, so we can do that. When's the April council meeting?
The 7th.
Okay, so we need to have it to you, I say by March 20th.
So you guys will have
Do you have
to
enough
do
time?
the March 19th.
You know, is this an issue that we need to address? Because our meetings, we tend to schedule them from the previous meeting. I know it says we're supposed to meet every quarter, I think it is,
That's under the
the guidelines.
Yeah.
But,
ordinance, so.
do we have to go by that and stick to that, or can we keep doing it like we're doing it? And
No,
is that
You
confusing to
can meet
people?
as often as you guys deem, but that's the minimum.
Okay. Do you think that throws people off?
I just honestly add it to my calendar whenever
Yeah.
it sends it.
That was what
I don't even look to see when the last one
I
was
know,
done.
yeah.
I just
So-
added, I'm like, available, yes.
You were looking at the 19th?
I am in Tokyo.
Oh, nice. I've been there. I would, it's a great time.
Yeah.
The dollar is worth a lot.
Yeah, and that's also, cherry blossom season. so
Oh.
Is the 26th too late for you, Odette? Because then the council meeting's on the 7th. So that's.
is that enough time?
that's
I mean,
more
I can
than-
correspond with you guys via email of what my
Week
people
and a
say.
half, I don't
where
know if
we
that's enough time or not.
Well, yeah, if you guys don't mind, I mean, I'm gone for 2 weeks. so-
Yeah, because I would typically have your agenda out just a day right before it.
Okay, unless you meet the 12th,
Okay with that?
March 12th,
What day of the week is
it's
that?
a Thursday.
Okay.
We always keep it on Thursday
Yeah.
if we can.
Isn't school spring break or anything like that? is
The
it?
following,
The following
Okay.
it's Tokyo, we're taking the kids.
week. So March 12th?
Yeah.
Works for everyone. And then remember at that meeting, just please have for me, who you guys represented, and then I'll go ahead and plug it into council agenda,
She'll make a certificate.
my certificate,
Right.
invite the person who's receiving it.
Do we need a bio at all, or we just do the certificate?
I'll probably ask the person to provide a little,
Okay.
insert a little snippet about them if we're gonna do a little presentation.
So the teacher award date is March 2nd?
April 7th.
April 2nd.
So I'm gonna put
Because you guys have to
a,
meet beforehand.
Mhm.
I will remind myself of 6.
If somebody's knocking on the door from the outside, would we hear it?
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Or they can ring the bell.
Where's the bell? That red thing?
No, right when you walk in, it's underneath the class.
Yeah, the door's
It's a-
open.
Mhm.
The main door's
Ding,
open.
ding, ding,
Oh,
ding.
okay.
Yeah.
This is a new area, I think they are not. SID building.
Think in the next couple months. March, maybe?
Something that, they're trying to get on for April.
Okay, so just mark your calendar, March 6th, we want to have the recipient information. Of March 6th. That way that gives us into the following Thursday. And so we'll have to send an email now, right, to our respective schools, letting them know this is something we're gonna do.
I'll introduce myself to them.
Yeah.
Rich.
Yeah, because now you're on a short timeframe.
Yeah.
Between now and
Yeah.
March 12th.
Okay, cool. That will do. Sneaky tech.
And you'll get back to us with some more Saddlebrook dates, right?
Mhm.
And then what do we do? Tell you the date and then you let them know? or-
Mhm.
Okay.
That'll view,
That'll be a
view.
Yeah. Keep mixing it up.
Saddlebrook is the neighborhood, right?
Is it?
Yeah, I think that's the neighborhood.
I don't know where to get that.
And then Chair Kaplan, if you wish, now we can adjourn.
Okay, I'd like to adjourn the meeting of the Educational Advisory Board on January 8th at 7:29 PM.
It doesn't like the shorter one.
It is one of the children.
And well, we're missing